The liar's most deceitful lie. The battle grew worse and worse for Saul, and the archers found him and wounded him severely. Then Saul took his own sword and killed himself. 1 Samuel 31 verses 3 to 4. Why did the king whom God had chosen to rule his people end his days in the deepest darkness? To find the answer, we must go back in time. Saul was the Lord's anointed, the deliverer of Israel, favored by God and baptized in the Spirit. But Saul was also consumed by envy. He became conceited and presumptuous. He became a murderer, abandoned God, and ended up in the occult. How was it possible for such a bright dawn to turn into such a gloomy sunset? Saul forgot God. He would never have taken his own life if he had not been completely sure that he was going to die at the hands of the Philistines. But how did he know? Because Samuel had told him, "Tomorrow the Philistines will defeat the Israelites, and you and your sons will die." 1 Samuel 28 verse 19. A prophecy was decisive in his decision to commit suicide. Let's recall the incident. The nation had been invaded by the Philistines. Saul was desperate and completely alone. Not even God supported him. 1 Samuel 28 verse 15. Demoralized, he sought help in the occult. He hoped that a sorceress would bring him Samuel's spirit from the dead. 1 Samuel 28 verse 11. And what happened? Samuel appeared. Did Samuel really appear in a seance? Opinions are divided. The most convincing argument of those who say yes is the content of the prophecy. The devil could never have known that Saul would die the next day, Isaiah 46 verse 10. That is true, but it is also true that the devil could have lied and Saul could have believed him. Why the surprise? The devil is a liar. God told Adam not to eat from the tree of knowledge because he would die, but the serpent said, "That is a lie." You will not die, Genesis 3 verse 4. Adam believed the lie that a life lived in disobedience was better than a life lived in obedience. He believed the most deceitful lie of the liar, and like Saul, he died. It would not be surprising if Saul had believed a lie. He was in sin, therefore he was without God and without protection. The fact that Saul took his own life is compelling evidence that he had believed the words spoken by a lying prophet. He himself contributed to its fulfillment. How serious this matter is. The key is to believe, but to believe God. The devil managed to deceive Saul, and he himself was the protagonist of his tragic end. Always remember, living by every word that comes from the mouth of God, Matthew 4 verse 4, is the secret to advancing in permanent victory.